Beside me, we have a Porsche Boxster Spyder, which is basically the convertible brother to my GT4. And the reason this car is here is for the same treatment that my car got. We're gonna be doing a full XPEL wrap on this thing and Clearplex on the windshield. So before we begin, the first thing we do is always walk around the car and look at it to see what we're getting ourselves into, basically. And we haven't had the chance to do a Spyder yet. So a couple things on this car that are gonna be different than the GT4. Obviously, we're not gonna have to worry about the roof, but we have this rear hatch section that, if we want to get the cleanest install we can, we want to get this antenna out of here. And also this third brake light bridge thing, which is kind of cool, but kind of not cool when you're installing. So we're going to see if we can remove that so we can go underneath there. The other thing is these badges. So we have a note from XPEL in the software that says badge placement inconsistent. And I think it said the same thing on the GT4. So those must be hand placed to some degree. So they try to make their patterns as precise as humanly possible when cutting around things. Now, we generally will remove badges anyhow. And in this case, when it says badge placement inconsistent, we definitely want to remove those. So we're going to be pulling those badges off so we can get the film underneath there. This car is very similar to mine, except this one has the carbon ceramic brake package, which I did not get. It also has black door handles, which is kind of cool. It matches the wheels and the plastic accents on it. Same seats I got. No, I'm sorry, not the same seats. Almost. These are the 18-way power ones. I think I have like the 3-way, but he didn't get the competition seats, but he got color matched interior trim just like mine, and he did get the painted key. So yeah, we're just going to share with you this installation process, and you can see the XPEL going down. Okay, so one thing I wanted to show you guys on this is, even though it's a brand new car and it's like a $120,000 car, I think you can catch it. There are swirl marks and micro scratches on it already. And this is right off of the trailer, straight from the dealership in Houston. So there are no miles on this thing. So it can happen. But in this case, the paint protection film is actually enough to totally hide those. It comes up a lot. People say, hey, do I need to do a paint correction before I install the film? And the answer is no. And some of you may argue with me on this, but there is no visible difference if I put film on top of that or if I put film on top of paint corrected paint. So there's no reason to charge the customer for extra paint correction work if we don't need to do it. If it was super bad, we might do it, but it is unnecessary. Don't let somebody talk you into that. One of the other things that's important is that a lot of people will say, well, if you ever have to remove the film, then the paint underneath it will still need paint corrected. That's gonna be true even if I correct the paint and then put film on top of it, because when I remove the film later, there's gonna be a lot of adhesive. We're going to have to use chemicals and scrub that adhesive to get off generally. You're probably gonna put small micro scratches in it at that point, and you're gonna need to polish it anyhow. So really, there's no benefit to doing a paint correction when the scratches are this fine on this car. So we were able to get the antenna and the third brake light piece off, which is good. We're about to start wrapping. Renee is modifying patterns. So we want to make sure we wrap in edges and all that kind of stuff. And so it takes some time to modify the patterns to have them perfectly just the way we want them. So edges like around the back of the door here, or all around this rear hatch piece, those will all get wrapped. And of course, under the hood. And we removed the Porsche crest on the front. We'll wrap the top of the bumper and the fenders. All right, guys, the Boxster Spyder is all done. We've wrapped every single inch of this thing with paint protection film. We also did Clearplex on the windshield, so any rock chips or anything that could happen to this, and I'm sure it's expensive to replace, those should be taken care of as well. We tinted the windows with our XPEL Prime XR ceramic tint. It will block heat as well as UV rays to protect this interior from fading and any other type of sun damage that could happen. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let us know what you think of the Boxster Spyder, the GT4's convertible brother, and we will catch you next time. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy this content.